2-2 it finished at Old Trafford this morning. Missed opportunity. I was actually quite heated at one point. I said to myself, nah, this is done and dusted. Even when it was 2-1 to United, even I put up a community post. I said, it's over, it's done and dusted. Players pissed this one away, and I went to bed. Woke up to see it finish 2-2 through a Salah penalty, who was poor throughout that game by his own standards. Nothing was working. It was shit weather. It was raining everywhere. You would not even have known that the stadium was leaking because it was just wet and windy, but it is what it is. Now, so much gas and celebrations, shall we say, for the draw at home to Liverpool in a rivalry derby. I mean, the FA Cup was United's cup final. This was arguably their Premier League. They're still in the mud, but at Old Trafford, anything is possible, which is why rivals and United fans alike have all been singing United's praises. All talking the utmost shit on other streams and shows. In the comments I've seen as well. Almost as though you would have thought Liverpool had lost if you didn't see the result. If you didn't see what happened throughout the game, you would have thought Liverpool were just outplayed, dominated. Thanks for coming. See you later. Goodbye. But that wasn't the case, and we'll get to that in a moment here. United had its helmet well polished from a lot of rival fans yesterday. Now, anyways, as I said, potential banana skin, because going to Old Trafford, going to United is not easy. Obviously, a bit of added extras between Liverpool and Manchester with the City rivalry and then the Premier Leagues and the Champions Leagues and the football and everything else in between. You all know that sort of shit. I don't need to remind you of all that sort of stuff. But we failed ourselves. Liverpool failed themselves, okay? When some said it's not going to be a simple game, going to Old Trafford is not easy because we know what they're like. We know they can turn up for a game like this. They laughed at us. They said, nah, you guys are just need to be more confident. You are better than us. You're going to wipe the floor with us. Look what happened against Chelsea. Look what happened against Brentford. Throughout the whole season, you're getting outplayed by Bournemouth at home and you know, a 2-1 late win. Who were they playing? Was it Brentford at home when they were losing 1-0 and they ended up making it 2-1? McTominay, they played somebody and McTominay scored 2 like in injury time. So, you know what I mean? They have been bang average this whole fucking season. But banana skin, as it was. It's a jammy place to go to as rivals. And they said, nah, you'll be fine. But those who said it was going to be a tight game have now been vindicated. Because even I said this months ago, Old Trafford, we still have to go there. You don't know what's going to happen there. It's not a simple, straightforward match for Liverpool. And if you have chest that you're going to win, you get clowned on. If it fails, they'll say you didn't have chest, you don't believe in your team, you still get clowned on. Even if you've been right in your predictions. But in any case, let's kick it on here. Let's check out some stats in this game. Let's check it out here. So, what you'll notice here are a whole bunch of fat donuts, 0 expected goals, 0 total shots, 0 shots on target, 0 big chances, 0 big chances missed, all for Manchester United in the first half. This is a shot map of Liverpool shots in the first half. 15, 4 on target, 3 big chances, 2 big chances missed, outplaying them in every capacity. Possession, expected goals, shots, chances, passes, everything was going Liverpool's way, but we could only muster up 1 fucking goal in that whole first half, and that was through Luis Diaz from a corner flick on by Darwin. Diaz found himself in a whole heap of space. I have no idea how that happened. I'm sure there would be an inquest into why he was allowed so much space. It happened to just be in the right place at the right time. Little flick on, scissor kick motion with the volley. I think it went past Dalot, in between Dalot and Onana, and I think it even went off Onana's arm or something like that. Didn't even see it coming. Into the goal, 1-0, and that was, what does the time say here? 20-something minutes? 23rd minute. And from there on in, I thought, here we go, floodgates, bang, that's it, thanks for coming. Another 1, another 2, 3-0 halftime, coast in the second half, job done, back to top spot. Nah, it wasn't to be. Just was not to be. Even with United's 0 shots, we had everything going for us in this first half. We made absolute fuck all counts for the remainder of that half. I mean, even just to factor in Garnacho was offside in the first minutes. That could have been a little bit jammy. Imagine if they scored in the opening minutes, then they would have really parked it up and just said, fuck it, try to get past us, and nothing would have sufficed, I don't think, because we're absolute dog shit in this game. Absolute dog shit. But United were crap. Overall, they offered hardly anything in this game themselves. They looked gassed. They were misplacing passes. Players stopped running. Players stopped chasing. The couple of chances that they had didn't really offer any real threat, I thought, until later on in the game when you started seeing Anthony come on. He had a chance late on with the counter-attacking break. Mano was decent. He scored a cracking goal as well. I mean, fuck, you can't do anything but just admire it. Just fucking touch, little turn, open up the space, and just right foot the ball into the back of the net over Kelleher. It was a great finish. There's nothing else you can say about that. But before that, we had given them a goal. Kwanzaa's pass, looking to go to Van Dijk. Casual, too fucking casual, and this is no slight on Kwanzaa. He made a mistake, fair enough, but this is why I say we can't afford to be fucking around in front of goal. It's like I read in comments, we're looking for the ultimate goal. Fuck the ultimate goal. Just fucking get the ball in the back of the net. That's all we care about. I don't give a fuck about the ultimate goal. Just fucking hit the ball, let it hit the opposition's back of the net, legally, not offside, in play, bang, get the goal. Thanks for coming. Continue on, right? Wasn't to happen. The pass was so perfect to Bruno. He saw Kelleher off his line and just sliced it. And watching the replay, I'm thinking like, why couldn't he shank this a little bit more and see it go wide or even hit the post maybe and bounce back out? If only. But it wasn't to be. It was a great hit as well. I have to put my hand up and say, fucking hell, Bruno, for all the shit he's been getting, all the sulking, all the crying in the first half, not getting his way, it was a good hit. Got back into the game at 1-1. And at that point, that's when they started pressing us. We started falling a little bit deep. And then they came back into it. And then they ended up getting the second goal. And I still think people are doing a bit too much regarding Mano. I think he's a good player, but let the kid develop. He's young. He's 18 years old. Don't stop making him be up this thing that he's not at the moment, especially with social media. We can make and break players so fucking quickly with the use of our devices and all this sort of shit that we have in front of us. We just need to fucking relax a little bit and just calm the fuck down. Let him develop. Everyone's putting him on a pedestal. Just fucking relax. Same with Cole Palmer. Same with fucking Saka and Foden. Everyone is still between. Let their football do the talking for them. We don't have to do anything about that. Okay? Let people see what they want to see. The facts and stats will speak for themselves. Now, we had chance after chance in the second half. Nothing fucking going for us at all. No Salah, no Darwin, no Diaz, no Gakpo. All fluffed their lines, right? Even Gomez had a couple of shots, and at one point when it was deflected off Maguire, I thought, fuck, this is going to go in, trickle in. And it wasn't to be. And he just went into Anana's hands. And Szoboszlai had a couple of shots as well in the opening minutes. Fucking good save from Anana. That left hand, I thought that was going to the back of the net, but just happened to put a palm up and just fucking block it. Using Vaseline as well, I found it a bit interesting. Never seen a goalkeeper use Vaseline before. But if you just want to see the second half stats, that's when Man U got into it. So 9 shots, 5 on target, 1 big chance missed. Arguably, you could probably say that there was a chance from a Casemiro, was it a header or something, where he nearly got a flick on and Kelleher just had to palm it out of the way because he saw it late. Again, second half, 4 big chances, 3 big chances missed for us. I'm telling you, we have ourselves to blame. We fucked this up for ourselves. Liverpool fucked this one up. It wasn't a United masterclass. We were just absolute fucking shit. That's what it comes down to. We were crap. We gave them hope and they took advantage of that. Now, the rain made it frantic for everybody, for both teams. They were sliding around all over the place. They were tripping all over themselves. Tackles were flying in. Players were sliding and slipping at the critical moments and trying to do a whole bunch of this and that. It was just shit weather. I saw even in the highlights when Salah was taking his penalty, the ball was, spinning. The ball was rolling back because of the wind. I'm like, fuck, how are these guys even playing this game? I have no idea. And the rain also made for some hectic fouling. Slide tackles going in. I think it was Kwambala who deputised for Maguire. I really haven't spoken to the United team. Not that I give a fuck. I'm talking about Liverpool right now. But Kwambala or Kwambala, what's his name? Is it Kwambala? It was decent. Not highly rated here on FootMob, but it was decent. I mean, coming in place of Varane, in place of Lindelof, in place of Evans. Fair enough. Martinez also injured, so fair play. That was the second half. Now, Elliott coming on for us did give us a little bit of life. Coming in on that right side, doing little bits and pieces and winning the penalty, of course. Now, I've seen a lot of people complain about it, saying that wasn't a penalty. He went down, he went lunging in, took the player out, penalty, contact in the box. Ref called penalty. VAR said, checked it, yep, contact, yep, he's gone down, cool, fair enough. It's one of those ones where there's enough contact to say it's a penalty, but there's not enough no contact to doubt it, or there's not enough reason to doubt that it wasn't a penalty. So people can bitch and moan and cry all they want. I don't give a fuck. Ref called a penalty, and we've probably been denied penalties that we probably should have, and it is what it is, right? And penalty, Salah puts it away, 2-2, game finishes, 2-2, absolute shit. United had a few chances in that second half as well, as I mentioned, and, a couple straight at Kelleher. Could have been, United could have done a bit of a smash and grab, if not for some poor finishing, but it is what it is. Now, we shouldn't have needed that to equalise. We should have won the game by at least 3 goals, as I said, very, very early on. Definitely should have been a thing. Liverpool, we have ourselves to blame. Players who started and finished this game, it was all down to them. Klopp was fuming on the sidelines. He's fucking yelling, he's screaming, he's berating every single one of them. And now with players coming back finally, there should be no reason for us not to win any of our games due to player this or player that. Jota's back, we need a clinical striker. Trent is back, we can have someone who can cross-field the ball, make runs on that right side, and do something we haven't really seen that often here. Robertson coming in as well, running down the wing. It's nice to see him actually make something happen for once. We like to see him bombing down the wing. We haven't had enough of that this season. A lot of things coming from the midfield. McAllister was tidy, didn't have as impactful game as he did against Sheffield or his other games previously. Now, some may say that was down to United. Some will say that was down to just him just having a bad game. You can make up your own mind on that. I don't really give 2 fucks about it. But down to our players, poor finishing and poor footballing ability. Now, we are level on points with Arsenal at the moment. That is where we are. That is the harsh reality. But again, we are level on points. We're not second or third by point difference. We are second by goal difference. So they've scored many more goals than us, right? That's probably going to be an issue. I think there enough is going to be a problem. What's that 9-goal difference? And I've said in previous videos as well, them scoring these goals very, very early on in the year of 2024 will probably come back and help them. If it does go like this neck and neck for the remainder of the season, they'll win on goal difference. And fair play to them. They scored the most goals. They've been the most clinical team this year. Conceded the least amount of goals. How do you argue against that? That's the facts. That's what it is. And, I just don't know if it is going to go down to the wire, if it is going to be a, last game of the season thing. It'll be fucking nail-biting last game of the season for all 3 teams if we're all still in it. Because if we just want to get to it at the moment, Liverpool, we still have to play Spurs at Anfield though, but we should have a full squad for that. It could also be a tricky game, but we also have to go away to Everton. Even though they're in the mud, still, they're fighting to stay in the Premier League with all the points deduction shit that they've got. They'll be up for it. We have to go away to Villa. They'll be up for it as well. They're fighting for top 4 position because Tottenham are then chasing down after their win as well. So they're equally on the same amount of points, but Villa are 3 goals lesser off than what Tottenham are. So Villa have to do something here. City, only 1 point behind both us and Arsenal, but City have also Spurs to play. That could be the only tricky game that they've got. I don't know if they're going to drop points to anybody else, but that seems to be the very, very tricky game there. Arsenal, they still have Chelsea to play at the Emirates, I believe. They still have Spurs to play as well at White Hart Lane, as City do as well. Spurs only coming to Anfield after that robbery, the bullshit VAR nonsense in September at White Hart Lane. And they have to go United as well. So a draw in any of these teams, be it for City or for teams matches, be it for City or for Arsenal, we could still end up winning our games and still be in it. Like, we're not out of it completely. I probably overreacted at that point because I thought we were going to absolutely fuck it. I thought we're done. United's going to beat us and it's going to be, here we fuck you, Liverpool. We stopped you winning number 20 and all this and that and blah, blah, blah. And you say, fair enough. You put your hand up and say, yeah, we fucked it up. But now I'm looking at it. And even Mons was saying it as well on one of the, I think it was on Never a Foul, saying, people are deluded if they say Liverpool are out of this because they're not out of it.
I still think we could still win the league now. But anyone who's saying the league title's done is deluded. That's delusion. That's straight delusion, innit? Again, if you ask any Liverpool fan from the start of the season with their expectations, would you take being on 71 points in game week with 7 games to go and be 9 goals of goal difference of Arsenal and the point ahead of City? Any Liverpool fan would sit here and bite your hand off.
Also, shout out to Footy Judge Mo and the panel there. Even they had a bit of discussion as to who's still in it and who isn't. And special shout out to Dayo, who made a comparison that Arsenal are still the underdogs because they've never won it. But if they were 8 points ahead, that would be more than enough at this moment in time to be considered favourites and potentially go on to win. But it's only really 2 losses and 2 draws that Arsenal need to acquire in order for the other teams to catch up should they keep on winning their games.
Are Leverkusen underdogs right now being up 11 points against Bayern Munich?
Yeah.
That is, bro, end the stream, bro.
Listen, hold on. Listen, no. Let me explain to you why. Leverkusen have listen. You see, this
Look
is
Martin with the shades. Fantastic.
Leverkusen has not done this before. Yes,
they're 16 points ahead.
Listen.
Doesn't matter if they've done it before or not.
Listen, they've won. They're going to win the trophy when
Yes,
they finally.
when they
When
win the league,
listen, when they
we didn't look at them as underdogs anymore.
Listen, Chaz, they are going
Based
to win
on
the
this
league.
logic,
When
Vegas
they
is
win the
wrong.
league,
Betting is
then you
useless.
can't call them underdogs. They have a wide gap. We don't.
Okay.
No,
In this
but when
race.
they beat
Okay.
them-
Hold on. I got him there, and we're in this conversation. So, Dayo, it's about the number of points. So, the argument that Mike said, it's Mike's mistake that he said 3 points. If he had said 4, you would have been favorites and you want underdogs.
Like if you're in the position that you're going to, if you're in the position that you're going to win without any,
So how many?
then yes.
How many? Okay, I'm gonna ask you one question.
Yeah.
7 games left. How
Mhm.
many points do you need to be favorites to win the league?
If we were say 8 points clear at this point, 8 points clear at this stage, then I
Get out of here. Get out of here.
No, then-
I need to finish. I need to finish because I'm done.
So it's not over, it's not done and dusted. A little bit overreactionary, yes. Frustrating as it is. 87 shots across 3 matches in 2 competitions against this fucking piss poor Manchester United team, and we can't muster up a fucking win. Frustrating. We only have ourselves to blame, as I've said multiple times. We just have to make do with this, and now we just have to look forward to Palace in the next couple of days, and we've got Europa in between all that, and then we're away to Fulham. That's going to be a tricky game, and then end of April we're looking at Everton, and then we still have West Ham away, which again all players back shouldn't be too bad. I haven't mentioned that West Ham game because I just don't think West Ham are that decent at home this season, but again, that could come back to bite. But if we did drop points there, again, it wouldn't be another shocker because that's just the fucking season that we've had. A lot of people still say, yeah, Liverpool fans will drop points again this season. High possibility. Is it likely though? That's the question for City. For Arsenal, we will see. But as it stands, we're still equal first with Arsenal, City behind us by a point, and there's still a whole lot to play for, really.